trade review on the Nasdaq of a trade I took on Tuesday 14th October 2025. I had this low marked out that was just traded through last week on Friday. I had this low at 24,422 even. Then we had this gap. There's a gap here between this candle's close, down candle close, and this candle's open on Monday as the new week opening gap. Into new week opening gap Monday 13th. Then I did not trade Monday's price action. I just watched the price action to give me more information about what I was going to do for the rest of the week. I had Monday's low marked out. Going to use it as a different shade of green. I had Monday's high marked out as well. Yeah, so I had another level on. I had this level here. So in the morning, price took Monday's high and took Monday's low at the session open. So we're going to be dropping down to the 1 hour time frame. Tuesday. Yeah. So this shaded area is the new week opening gap. And then we had this previous low at 24,422 even that was traded through that was traded through on Friday with this candle here, and then we had the open back up. Then we had Monday's price action that was traded through during the Asia session, and we had this big drop down here at 9 o'clock at the session open here that traded to the low, and then we had the fib levels of the candle graded on the daily time frame. I was watching the charts here. Immediately price traded through Monday's low at 24,482 even. I had this level here. There's this level labeled the new day open gap Tuesday October 14th as a drawn price using the ICT 2022 model as an entry. So this as a draw, and then we had the regular trading hour close as a draw as well, because we opened here at 9:30 and we closed here at 4:14. So there's a gap here. If I switch to the regular trading hours, there's a gap here. I'll do that after I talk about it on the electronic trading hours. There's a gap here, and those were the targets for me. Then we had this high here at 24 24,818 and 3/4 as a draw as well, because this is an inefficient price action between this candle's low and this candle's high. So that's where some of the reasoning that was going through my head while I was looking at the charts at this particular time that made me take a trade. So we have this new week opening gap here that might act as support. We had previous day's low, which was traded through Monday with this light shade of green. Then we had this low here that was previous week's low that was traded through on Friday. And then we had the fib levels of that candle, half the upper half and the lower half. So I'll put on the executions now so that yeah, I took a trade at 24,606 even, and I got out at 24,709 and half. That was here. That was a 100 points run. I did not get out at the high here. I got out at 100 points. Let's drop down to 15 minutes for more detail. I took the trade here at 24,606 and the even. Then I got out here at this high here. There were some things I had going through my head. I took the trade with one contract. I had 100 points run and I wasn't trying to stay too long for the day, so I did not hold to my initial target at the imbalance that I had on the 1 hour time frame as the draw, and this level as the draw as well, and that is the new day opening gap and also the regular trading hours session gap closure. I was at work and I took a peek at the chart and I saw the model presenting, and I took the model, so I was comfortable with 100 points, and yeah, didn't want to hold for the rest of the session because I didn't want to give it more time than I did here. So the trade duration was for about 45 minutes. I had my stop at this level here, 24,483, because I didn't want price to trade down to these levels, invalidate these levels. If he had done that, I might have waited and watched if price wanted to draw back to these levels here. I took the trade was taken on a 5 minutes time frame, so I'll drop down to the 5 minutes time frame. This is the only trade I have taken so far this week, and it is Thursday. Yeah, I took the trade at 24,606 here on this candle's high. I was watching the fib levels I drew on that candle on the daily time frame, and at 9:30 we had this sharp drop here. Took out previous day's low and traded to these levels of support, and while price was trading back up, I took the position based off these levels as support for price action to draw into the levels are outlined on the 1 hour time frame, the regular trading hours, and the new day open gap. For the rest of the session, so I took a trade at 10 a.m. and I exited the trade at 10:35, and then we had this consolidation here that went ahead to complete the model at 12:50. That was an extra about 2 hours from the close of my exit of my position. This is the only trade that I have taken for the week so far. I'm checking to see if I've missed anything. I took just one contract on this position. If I had taken two contracts here, I would have exited one here and left the one run to these levels, but I'm currently in drawdown and I wanted to just take one contract and exit one contract here. Checking to see if I'm missing anything. Alright, so I'll go to the regular trading hours. Yeah, this is the gap we had here on price action. I'm going to measure the gap. So it's a 275 point gap. I was using half of that gap to act as confluence for the draw on price action, for where my initial take profit was at, using that 1 hour imbalance level. So far we've had Wednesday's price action trade above this price action here, and then we've had another PS above the high here, but we haven't done much for the week, and I have not traded for the week. I might do something tomorrow, but I'm unsure. If price stays in this range, I'm not looking to do anything. Between this high and this low, this high and this low. Yeah, so let me show what my current results are. I have the trade I took on Tuesday. Yeah, so I'll share some levels I'm watching on the charts currently. On the daily time frame, I had take these executions off. On daily time frame, I have this level here. I'm watching the gap, new week opening gap. I have this low here and this high, as this is the current range that we're in right now. Then I have this level here graded with a fib. I had this extreme high of the level traded through and we had this rejection down, but since we're in a primarily bullish market, my eyes are on this level here, but I'm not pressing for these levels with this type of price action. Yeah, so that's it for now. That's it for this review.